All right, trying something new this year. First off, if your son's not watching the video, go get him. I'd like to talk to you both basically, kind of like a player-parent meeting. But in any player-parent meeting, you're just kind of getting information from the coach. So I thought, rather than drag you out of your house to the school or something like that, maybe, we could get this accomplished in just a video. And you have my cell phone number. If you don't know me, I'm Coach McGraw. I'm the varsity baseball coach. My number is 740-418-1931. Reach out anytime. I'm here. If you do call, give me some time to get back. It's about 8:20 at night. I haven't made it home yet, so we're pretty busy with practice and different things that go on with the high school program. So it does take a while, but we'll do our best. But first off, thank you for letting your son, play in the baseball program. The Jackson Ironmen baseball program is a big deal to us. Excuse me. And you allowing your son and giving us the honor to coach him, it's a huge deal, and we take that very serious. And I want to thank you for that. We'll just talk briefly. Junior high is the best age. It really is. I love it. Your son's coming into 7th and 8th grade baseball, and they're passionate. They're working, and I've seen them in practice, and they're working their guts out, and they're going to be great high school players, and I can see it already, and that's awesome. But one of the reasons I think junior high is such a special age is you're still young enough to do whatever you want. You have dreams, you have goals, you can still accomplish them. It's not too late. You want to be a college baseball player, do it. Put in the work. Come tell me, we'll lay a roadmap. If you don't have somebody to talk to about that, you will lay a roadmap to how to get there. Other players have done that in the past. You want to be a doctor, do it. It's not too late. Obviously, it almost sounds like sarcasm, but it's not. There's nothing worse than really as a head coach and someone comes to you kind of late, in their career and says, "Coach, I want to play college baseball." And this happened. This has happened before. And you really, I don't lie to players. You got to be honest and say it's too late. You haven't put in the work your first 3 years of high school or junior high or anything like that. You just can't. Not everything can do that. You're not going to be a doctor and go to med school if you're pulling B's and C's. It just doesn't work. You want to be an engineer, you better get straight A's. It's just how it is. But it's not too late. All those goals can be accomplished. That's kind of what I mean by that. And there's examples all around us. Especially for you young men. I was fortunate enough when I was younger. I had a guy I got to look up to. I'm gonna give you a story because it relates right to your guys' age. He was a little bit older than me, but he's a friend of the family, good friend still to this day. But I grew up in Portsmouth, Ohio, and played baseball at Portsmouth High School, and so did this guy. But when he got to 7th grade, he was 13 years old. He played second base because that's as far as he could throw the ball. He really couldn't go to short or third or left field. He couldn't get the ball in. He loved baseball. He worked hard. He wasn't very big at all. Hadn't really grown yet. He could throw the ball from second base to first base, so they played him at second base. And you parents might get a kick out of this. It was so much different in the 1980s and 90s than it is today. But when he came to the plate, all 9 players played in the infield. All the outfielders came in the dirt because he couldn't hit the ball in the outfield. He wasn't strong enough, at 13 years old. It tells you a little bit about changing times. But to understand how much he loved baseball and how much he worked, he did. He worked a lot and he loved the game. And he finally started to grow a little bit. And when he got to high school, he fell in love with the weight room. And from the age of 13 to 15, when he was a sophomore, he was a starting shortstop on the number 1 ranked high school team in the state of Ohio. From a guy who couldn't throw the ball anywhere but second base. Now he's a starting shortstop in high school, for a great program. Fast forward 2 more years, and the head coach at Indiana University comes to watch him practice and offers him a scholarship to go play baseball in the Big Ten. And he started shortstop as a freshman in college. I mean, the guy that was 13 years old and couldn't throw the ball, had to play second base because that's as far as he could throw it. Couldn't hit the ball past the infield, so everybody played him in the dirt. Now he's playing, starting at a Big Ten college or in the Big Ten at shortstop. He was one of my heroes because I wasn't very big growing up. Had a lot of the same problems. and would go on, play Division I baseball and played a year professionally. I was proud of that. But fact, he's as a shortstop. Fast forward, 2 more years. His junior year, he's drafted as a catcher. He didn't even play. He played for the Cincinnati Reds organization for about 4 or 5 years. He had a bad injury and ended up ending his career. But this guy plays for the Reds Double A's. That's as high as he got till he got hurt. But in the 7th grade, you know the story. That's work. Falling in love with the game. That's the weight room, things like that, and just keep working. You will grow. I promise you, you'll grow. Puberty happens, the weight room happens, and it turns boys into men. And you don't have to look at the old stories, to find examples like, that's a story I grew up with. They're in your program as well. A couple years ago, my oldest son graduated, and he's playing college baseball right now. He's a junior. But when he was in the 7th grade, he caught his very first baseball game. He had never played catcher, and really started playing catcher because I made a mistake and realized his class didn't have a catcher. But growing up at travel ball, he played right field and batted last. That's what he deserved. That's what he played. I was his coach. That's what he deserved. But he finally fell in love with the game. He hit the weight room, grew, and had a great high school career here. It's we have a saying, trying to, big time hitters trying to get 30 RBIs. It's very rare in high school. I think I've had maybe 3 in my career that reached that milestone. And he actually, his last 2 years, his junior and senior year combined, he had 67 RBIs. So that's one of the most productive hitters in the last generation of players. And he wasn't as talented as most of you guys are right now. He wasn't. He just worked. He struggled in junior high. He didn't hit home runs, and he didn't light the batting average up, anything like that. Didn't have a strong arm, but he hadn't reached his peak yet. He hadn't reached his peak, never lost his love for the game, and just kept fighting. And in high school, he grew. That's when the weight room happens, and good things can happen. That's an example inside your own program. Right now, we have my varsity team, our ace pitcher, who is returning senior, All-Ohio last year. First team All-Ohio, big deal. He wasn't the ace on his junior high team. He just wasn't. I was his travel coach growing up. He was our number 4, probably when he was 10, 11, 12. But he still loves the game, and he keeps working. High school, things change. I have a saying that size can often get you on the little league field. Hard work and heart gets you on the high school field. And it's true. You got to have that. All right. The next part of this meeting, kind of give you some information. We do a junior high fundraiser that is like solely for junior high baseball. And one of the reasons we do that is, well, kind of as the varsity baseball coach, you're kind of running a business type thing. You got to figure out, ways to, make money, spend money, things like that. And our goal, junior high is not a school sport, so we don't get $1 from the school. They don't pay for umpires or anything like that. So our goal is to try to figure out a way to make junior high baseball kind of self-sustaining, and kind of, take care of itself a little bit. We do our best. We probably won't get there. The Booster Club definitely will pick up the rest, whatever it needs to, but we just got to help out. And if you don't know, the school has actually introduced some new budget cuts, things like that. And it's going to get tough, high school sports. Luckily, we have a very good baseball community, like you saw the other night, where we're able to raise a lot of money. We might raise $10,000 in an evening, but just so you know, hats and baseballs this year were over $5,000. So it doesn't go that far. You just got to figure out other ways. So last year it worked great. We did a Wilson A2000 giveaway, a raffle ticket. We're going to do the same thing, and it's a custom glove. I'm going to send tickets home with your son. Your coach will give them to you. They're $5 a ticket, and we're hoping you sell 20 tickets. And you have to sell 20 tickets. That's not a lot, but it will help tremendously in paying for umpires, things like that. Now, just so you know, every dollar raised will go back into the junior high baseball program. It doesn't go into the varsity program or anything like that. It stays. And our goal, like last year, we were able to get some uniforms with that, have players look awesome, they look nice. This year, we're going to not only pay for umpires, that fee's gone up significantly, which hurts. For example, we don't pay for, our Boost Club doesn't have to pay for high school umpires, but school does. But we do have to pay for junior high umpires. But last year, we did get uniforms. This year, we're going to pay for umpires and put a new batting cage out at Southview. It needs it. Kids get a lot of use out of that. Even more than maybe the kids that are playing there. But it's great for the community. To explain give you a quick detail on the giveaway or the raffle. It's a custom Wilson A2000. It could be a baseball or softball glove. Basically, whoever wins it will get to design their own glove like a major leaguer would online, and we're going to order it for them. They can be any color, any size, a first baseman's mitt, catcher's mitt, infield, outfield, baseball, softball. It doesn't matter. They have all those options. I like that it's baseball and softball. It opens up who you can sell tickets to. Who wouldn't want a nice brand new glove type thing. There's a lot of people out there. I know I'd like one. I get on there and play and design, wish I had eligibility left, but I don't. But that's kind of what we're going to do. So if you have any questions, you can ask your coach, text me, call me, whatever. But we ask each kid to sell 20 tickets. And that's $100. Now, if you don't sell 20 tickets, you sell $80 worth. That 80 will go under your child's name, and you will still owe $20. So you might want to just buy $20 tickets, take a chance of winning the game. I know it sounds weird, but we have to do this in order to keep the junior high program going. Keep it sustainable, things like that, just for the funds of it. I know we're significantly less than some other teams in junior highs, what they have to raise. I kept it as low as I could and kind of still get by. We're not trying to burden you or anything like that. We had a good dinner. We're going to put, the other night, we're going to put some of that money into junior high, what we can. But I'm just asking for a little help, from you as well. Now, in addition to this, what I like about it, if you put in a lot of effort selling those tickets, we're not only going to draw a winner, whichever player on the team sells the most tickets will also get a custom glove they get to design. They don't have to win it. They don't have to get their name drawn out. You sell the most tickets, you're getting one too. And we're going to buy that for you. If you don't know how that works, basically there's a website on Wilson A2000 custom gloves. You can go on there and add one to a shopping cart. It gives you a printout. You send it to me, I order it. We had a player on the team last year who won the glove, and another one who sold the most tickets. So it was 2 gloves. Very simple, but got those in, got them made, got them in. It was awesome. That's kind of, that's one of the 2 reasons I want to talk to the junior high kids, because I love that age, but also the fundraising aspect things and what I need some help from, the junior high, program, junior high parents. Just need some help, raising money, things like that. I believe we're going to sell these tickets all the way up through April. I think the drawing will be April 4th. So we'll turn them in around April 2nd, April 3rd, something like that. And you can turn in the tickets and the money. We're going to give you a sheet of tickets. You don't have to cut them out. You can just fill each one of them out. I'll cut them out when you turn them in. If you do, it's not that big a deal. We do this in high school with a Kroger raffle card, and kind of goes towards the kids' Myrtle Beach fund, and it lets a player, you keep all the money in their fund, basically. If they sell $400, that $400 is their fee. Just like right now, if your fee is $100, each ticket will come off of that, and it kind of goes in, to your son's name. So I hope I explained everything. And again, I know it's a little weird throwing up a YouTube video or something like that, but I know you guys are busy. I am as well. Hoping to go home and eat dinner here in a minute. But with good weather, I'll practice all night. But I appreciate you letting your son play, and I didn't want to drag you out. So hoping this works. Maybe you guys can shoot me a little feedback on Remind if it does. I'd like to incorporate it every year rather than drag parents out, things like that. I get it. A lot of us have multiple kids going different directions. So whatever we can do to make life a little less hectic during spring baseball season, which is hectic enough. So again, reach out anytime. I'm here to help you out. Your son can reach out. He has a goal one day. Hey, coach, I want to be a college baseball player. Come see me. We'll lay out a roadmap. I'll show you, tell you, and give you a blueprint of it. You want to be a doctor? We're putting doctors. One of our players is going to Yale pre-med. It's not too late. I'll give you an example about scholarships. After putting a son in college this year and one there, maybe your parents don't know, but a 4.0 will get you about 60% off your tuition. A 3.7 gets you about 50, and a 3.5 gets you about 40%. That's a big deal. Less than a 3.5 doesn't get you much at all. So keep those grades up. Your academics will take you far more in life. Even an athletic scholarship generally doesn't cover all the tuition. So We have a player this year. He's going to OU next year. He got a big scholarship for baseball, but big for baseball is not 100%. But he paid the rest, and will probably pay for everything plus all his fees and everything, and get a little money back with his academic money because he's also a 3.9 GPA kid. So focus on those grades. It's a big deal. I respect it, how you guys practice. I respect how you play. Do the same thing in the classroom because you guys are soldiers. You're going to be great young men. And any parents, hey, reach out. If you have a question, a need, anything like that, we're here to help. And I appreciate you very much letting your kid play in the baseball program. Thank you.